It is very important to have the right understanding. And our spiritual understanding should help us to become a better person. Spirituality is there to help us to live a meaningful life, a happy life, a complete life. So, karma, the topic of karma is not to create any kind of fear, but it is rather to create a kind of understanding and to instill a sense of responsibility. So, from fear based, we should get ourselves into responsibility based. If you are having any kind of fear regarding karma, then you are not having the right understanding of spirituality. Spirituality is to help you to liberate, it's not to instill any fear. So today let us discuss few points and then we'll go into question answer session. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, your jnana will burn the karma. Your own jnana will burn the karma. So what he refers to, jnana, is the learning. When you learn the lessons, whatever might be the karma, whatever might be the challenges associated with that, the moment you learn the lesson, you acquire jnana, you acquire wisdom. So your own learning will burn your karma. This is the meaning of jnana will burn the karma. This is something to be understood in a very crystal clear way. If you don't learn, then the karma will never be burned. So that means you have to be born again and again and again until you learn the lesson. In other words, you have a free will to learn the lesson in one lifetime, or you have a free will to learn the lessons in 2 lifetimes, or in 10 lifetimes, or 100 lifetimes. This is the free will we have. This is the gift. We can learn our lessons in our own pace, in our own way. So in the higher worlds, nobody pressurizes us. No astral masters, no spirit guides will pressure us. This lifetime you have to learn this lesson. It is our free will. We can learn whenever we want. But the important point to remember is until you learn the lesson, the same challenges will repeat. Lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Let it take yugas, it will repeat. Thousands of lifetimes, it will repeat until you use your own free will. I will learn the lesson. So when you learn the lesson, you acquire jnana, and that jnana will burn your karmas. So this is one dimension of understanding. Let us move to a new dimension of understanding. Suppose you haven't done any bad things. You are capable to do good things, and you are not have done good things. Still, it is a karma for you. For example, you have certain gift. You have the gift of singing. You have a sweet voice. That is a gift. You never utilize that gift. Then again, it becomes a karma for you. You are born in a rich family. You have a lot of wealth, or you earn a lot of money. You have a lot of richness. You have a lot of wealth, and you can support many projects. You can support many people, but you haven't supported them. You haven't done anything bad, but you haven't done anything good also, in spite of having all the gifts. Then again, that becomes a bad karma for you. Sometimes people say that I haven't done anything bad, then why I have to go through these challenges in life? So the question is, you haven't done anything bad, but you could have done so much good. So you haven't done any good in spite of having all the blessings. So to learn the lesson, here the lesson is, when you have a gift, your gift has to be utilized in the right way. You have a certain gift. That gift has to be shared with others. If you don't share it, you have to take one more lifetime to learn that lesson. So this is again a learning process. Normally people don't think in this dimension. I can quote as many examples as possible. For example, you know meditation. You've been practicing meditation. But if you don't teach meditation to others, it becomes a karma. You have read a book, you have acquired certain knowledge from the book, but you never shared the knowledge with anybody, it becomes a karma. You know how to do meditation. You know the benefits of meditation, but you are not practicing meditation. Then it becomes a karma for you. So we have to utilize all our gifts. We have 24 hours. Again, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said to Arjuna, until you reach my level, you have to be born again and again. So what is the level of Krishna? The Krishna's level he is a perfect master in various arts, crafts. He's a great administrator. He's a great musician. Okay. And he's a great diplomat. He's a great warrior. He's great in whatever he does. So we are all multi-dimensional beings. This is something I want you to understand. The reason I'm telling you this concept is we are all multi-dimensional beings. We are all infinite beings. We are capable to do whatever we want. We can achieve whatever we want. We can do whatever we want. We are unlimited beings. So you cannot restrict yourself. You have to explore all the possibilities, all the potential you can. Being in the human body, you are no more limited with the physical. You are unlimited. You can do whatever you want. Simultaneously, you can be a great meditator. Simultaneously, you can be an enlightened person. And simultaneously, you can be a diplomat. You can be a musician. You can be a warrior. You can be a great administrator. You can be simultaneously many, many things like Krishna. So, whenever you are restricting yourself, whenever you use the word, I cannot do it, I'm not capable to do it. So, whenever you use the negative word, it becomes a karma for you until you learn the lesson that you are capable to do everything. Okay, so karma is not only your actions, it is your thoughts, it is your words, and it is your actions. And until that stage, you have to be born again and again. You might have some basic enlightenment, but if you want to make this as a final lifetime, then there are so many things to learn. There is enlightenment after enlightenment, enlightenment after enlightenment. So, my dear friends, yes, we have to learn the lessons. When you learn the lessons, we acquire jnana, and then the karma is burnt. But the accounts are settled when we do more good karma. Coming out of the karmic chain or burning the karma, one stage, and settling the accounts is the second stage. So the more you learn the lessons, the more you're out of the chains of the karma, which is like you're burning the karma. But still, you have to settle the accounts. Until you settle the accounts, your suffering continues. So better do more good karma. Okay. And if you have gifts and if you don't use that gifts, again it is a bad karma for you. There is one real example, it's a real story. So when you listen to the story, you will understand. There was a person who was born in a rich family, very wealthy family, business family, and he didn't get married for a long time. So one day he went to overseas for a holiday. He went to overseas. He's a very good person. He's a good person. Never did anything bad. He went to overseas for a holiday. And while he was holidaying in overseas, he was killed in an accident. Only son. A lot of wealth, a lot of richness, a lot of property. So the parents and the extended family and everybody is in a great trauma that the only son has vacated the body without getting married and without having children and grandchildren. The lifespan was very short. So everybody was in great grief. His cousin brother was a meditator. So when his cousin brother was meditating, this fellow went to him and gave the message that ask my parents not to cry for me. I don't have good karmas left in my account. That's why I have to vacate the body. Even though I could have done so many good things, I didn't do the good things. So my karma account, my good karma account kept reducing. So there came a point when the balance is finished, when the good karmas are finished, I have to vacate. I could have used my time, I could have used my resources, my wealth to do so much of good things, but I never used my resources to do good things. So this is the lesson I have to learn, but I missed. So I don't want my parents to do the same mistake. So tell my parents to do as much good as possible because whatever they are capable to do, they have to do. When you're capable to do something and if you're not doing something, then you have to pay for it. So this is the lesson I learned in the higher worlds after vacating the body. So you please convey this message to my parents. When you're capable to do something and you're not doing it, then again it is a karma. Okay. So we are capable to learn arts, music, dance, so many arts, so many crafts we are capable to learn. We have time, we have resources, we have money, but we are not learning all those things. We are simply lazing around and we're simply wasting time. That again is a karma. You have to take one more lifetime to how to utilize time properly. So there are so many lessons, how to utilize time properly, how to utilize the energy properly, how not to waste energy, and how to utilize all your gifts in the right way. All these lessons has to be learned. When you are in the body-mind consciousness, there is every possibility you will not learn the lessons. When you are in the body-mind-soul consciousness, there is every possibility you will always do the right things. You are in the learning mode. Learning mode, underline it, learning mode. You should be always in the learning mode. When you are in the body-mind consciousness, you are not in the learning mode. What is body-mind consciousness? Most of the people on the planet Earth, they are in body-mind consciousness. They think they focus on their body, they focus on their mind. That's all. They operate on the body-mind level. Survival, eating, drinking, sleeping, socializing, party, fun, bank accounts, children. That's all. But when you sit in meditation, when you calm, when you still your body, when you still your mind, then you are no more in the body-mind consciousness. You are in the body, mind, and soul consciousness. So when you are in the body, mind, soul consciousness, your inner self, your higher self, or your soul will guide you what lessons to learn. You are in the receptive mode of learning lessons. That's why meditation is very, very important. In any given situation, what to do, what not to do is $1 billion question. So who will give the answers? Who will guide us which direction to take, which direction not to take? There are a lot of ups and downs in our life. Sometimes we fall down, sometimes we feel very low. So who will motivate us to raise up and move forward? What to do, what not to do? And also at any point of time you feel low, who will motivate us to go forward? It is your inner guidance, it is your soul which will guide you what to do, what not to do. And it is your soul which will guide you to move forward. In spite of all the challenges, move forward. In spite of all the insults, move forward. In spite of all the obstacles, move forward. In spite of pain and suffering, move forward. Who will guide you? It is your body mind. When you are in your body mind soul consciousness, your soul will guide you. It is the driving force of your own. So meditation becomes very, very important because through meditation, every time you are sitting in meditation, you are in the body mind soul consciousness. Every time you are reading a spiritual book, you are in the body mind soul. Every mind you are in a Guru Sangatyam, you are in a body mind soul consciousness. Every time you are in a Sajjana Sangatyam, you are in a body mind soul consciousness. So when you are able to be in the body mind soul consciousness all the time, 24/7, in the beginning, you need these tools. These are the tools like, reading books, meditation, Sajjana Sangatyam, Seva. These are all the tools to bring you to the body mind soul consciousness. In the beginning, you need all these tools. And the more and more you are using these tools, more naturally the mindfulness and awareness starts blossoming. Then you will start becoming aware, mindful all the time. Take a child who is 4 years old or 5 years old. Look at their awareness. They're aware all the time. They are alert all the time. So this is what Jesus Christ said, unless you become a child like you cannot enter the kingdom of God. Every child until the age of 6, they are 24/7 in the soul consciousness. And after the age of 6, the soul consciousness naturally reduces because of the conditioning, because of the society, the parenting. Their awareness on the soul starts reducing and their awareness on the body and the mind starts increasing. So the more you are in the practice of meditation, mindfulness, reading books, seva, the more you are helping yourself to be in the body, mind, soul consciousness. And the more you are in the soul consciousness, the more you are in the celebration mode, the more you are enjoying life. In spite of all the challenges you are enjoying, you lost money in the business. Still, you are not worried, you are happy because you know profit and loss is a common thing in the business and everything is just an experience. Your factory collapses, there is a fire accident and your entire factory collapses. You are not worried because you know everything is temporary. Only when you're in the soul consciousness, you will be able to see the truth as it is and you're out of suffering. If you're only in the body mind consciousness, you are in attachment. And attachment eventually leads you to suffering. If you are suffering, that means you are in the body mind consciousness. You underline it. Your suffering is because at any given point of time you are suffering. That is because you are in the body mind consciousness. At any given point of time you are happy. You are in the body mind soul consciousness. When you are in the body mind soul consciousness, you are in detachment. When you're in body, mind, soul consciousness, you are in oneness. When you're in body, mind, soul consciousness, you are in friendship. When you're in body, mind, soul consciousness, you are a multidimensional being. When you're in body, mind, soul consciousness, you are unlimited being. When you're in body, mind, consciousness, you are limited being. Very simple formula. So you have to motivate yourself. Nobody can motivate you. Only you have to motivate yourself. How will you motivate yourself? Your motivation comes from the knowledge. So you have to keep expanding the knowledge. The more you expand your knowledge, the more you become sincere. Your motivation, your sincerity comes when you are expanding the knowledge. So always try to keep expanding the knowledge. The more you acquire the jnana, the more you expand your knowledge, the more you become sincere. Sometimes people ask me, Sir, I really want to meditate. I really know the benefits of meditation, but I am not sincere every day. How do I get the sincerity? The answer is you become sincere when you expand the knowledge. Every day when you're expanding the knowledge, your own knowledge will motivate you to be sincere. Every day read books, every day listen to some spiritual concept. That will motivate you to meditate every day. So the more you expand your knowledge, the more your will becomes sincere. Your willpower becomes stronger. So my dear friends, coming back to the concept of karma, the law of karma, it's a very simple law. Again, this law is not universal. It is not, it doesn't, the intensity of the law of karma is different for different, in different evolutions. For example, if you don't know something is wrong, you don't know something is wrong and you have did that wrong thing. It is still a bad karma, but the intensity is very, very less because you don't know it is wrong. But you know something is wrong and you still do it, then the intensity is very high. So again, we are speaking about the intensities of the karma. This is what Jesus Christ also defined as sin. What you do against your better knowledge is sin for you. For example, before coming to the path of meditation, you are eating meat. You don't know that eating meat is wrong because you are born in a meat eating family and everybody said it is good for you and it is good for your health. So you ate it because you are born in that family and everybody said it is good. So you ate it. So that is not a sin for you because you don't know about it. But after coming into meditation, after you realizing that killing another living being is not correct, you realized it, you heard about it, but still you do it, then a great sin for you. So if you are an evolved person, then you should be very careful. Minute things matter. If you know about dhyana, dana, dharma, you know all those things, but you have not done any dharma, you have not done any dana, then it becomes a great bad karma for you. You don't know what is dana, you don't know what is dharma, you don't know what is dhyana, you don't know what is meditation, you don't know what is service, you don't know what is the soul duty, then it's okay. Even though if you don't do good karmas, it's okay. But you know all those things and still you have not done it, then it becomes a bad karma. So the intensity of the karma depends on what level of evolution you are in. So this is another point to note. So listening to your consciousness and to act according to your own consciousness is the key. At any given point of time, you have to listen to your consciousness and you have to act according to your consciousness. This is Swadharma, Swadharma Paripalana. You follow your own inner guidance. When you follow your own inner guidance, you are in Swadharma. So when there is a conflict, at any point of time, when there is a conflict, always follow your Swadharma, always follow your inner voice. Sometimes there might be a conflict. You want to do something, but the situation is like that you cannot do that. Society is expecting something else. Your parents are expecting something else, but your inner guidance is saying something else. Your family is expecting something from you. You are guided to do something. So there is a conflict of interest. So at any point of time, whenever there is a conflict of interest, always follow your Swadharma, always follow your inner guidance. Your inner guidance cannot mislead you when you are in the body, mind, soul conscious. Sometimes people don't understand. People get confused. How do I know whether it is my soul guiding me or whether it is my mind? People have this question. How do I know whether it is my mind or whether it is my soul? If you are not meditating, if you are not reading any books, if you are not practicing any mindfulness, then it is most likely your mind. But every day you are meditating, every day you are reading books, and every day you are in the Sajjana Sangatya, then all your guidance is from the soul because you are in the body, mind, soul consciousness. When you are in the body, mind, soul consciousness, your guidance is from the soul. When you are in the body, mind consciousness, your guidance is from the mind. So the solution is any point of time you feel confused, don't take decision immediately. Don't take any decision when you are not clear. Just wait for 3-4 days. In the 3-4 days, meditate intensely. Whenever there is a possibility, meditate. Whenever you find time, read some spiritual books. So when you read some spiritual books, when you do meditation intensely, just for 3-4 days, you quickly get into body, mind, soul consciousness. And in that consciousness, what you feel correct in your heart, you do it. This is how you take care of your life. This is how you help yourself to do the right decisions, to take the right decisions and do the right things. So the final conclusion is you have to break the karmic chains and enter your dharma. From karma, you have to graduate to dharma. When you are in the path of dharma, there is no karma. When you are in the path of dharma, there is no karma. Dharma is duty, soul duty. In other words, it is called righteousness. Righteousness. When you are in the righteousness, not mind righteousness, not the body righteousness, your soul righteousness. When you are in the righteousness, when you are in the right course of, then you are out of karma. So your goal of life should be righteousness. Seeking the kingdom of God and his righteousness. That should be the goal of life. One simple statement Jesus Christ said, seek ye the kingdom of God and his righteousness. All else will add unto it. Seeking the kingdom of God is meditation. The righteousness means do your duty. All else will add unto it. You want enlightenment? That will come to you. You want mukti? That will come to you. You want well-being? That will come to you. You want good health? That will come to you. You want prosperity? That will come to you. Everything will come to you naturally when you seek the kingdom of God and seeking the righteousness. So that is a simple goal of life at any given point of time. So it's a very simple, You have to check yourself every day. Okay, do this experiment. When you get up the first thing in the morning, 1 hour meditation. Before going to sleep, 1 hour meditation. So that means you are in the kingdom of God. 1 hour morning meditation, 1 hour night meditation. You are in the kingdom of God. And then any decision you do, anything you do, always consult your heart. So that means you are in the righteous path. Do this, an experiment to see whether the words of the Jesus Christ is true or not. Very simple. Game over. Seek the kingdom of God and His righteousness. Every day, morning 1 hour meditation, night 1 hour meditation, and always be guided by the heart. To be guided by the heart means to be authentic. What you think and what you speak and what you do should be the one and same. That is in alignment. And what you think and what you speak and what you do should benefit you and also should benefit others. Very simple. Do this experiment for 40 days. Okay, so we're speaking about this experiment of righteousness. Entering the kingdom of God is very simple. Meditation. So 1 hour meditation in the morning, 1 hour meditation in the night. First thing in the morning, meditation. Last thing before you go to sleep, meditation. So 40 days you do this experiment. And then the righteousness. What you think and what you speak and what you do should benefit you and also should benefit others simultaneously. So that means you are not only thinking about you are not only doing good for you are doing good for everybody. It should benefit you primarily and it should benefit others simultaneously. That means your thinking, your words, your action should not hurt others in the first place. Number one, it should not hurt. And number two, that is the first stage. It should not hurt others. And the second stage, it should help others also. You focus on this, a lot of changes will happen. And you will notice it's not an easy thing to master. But you make an effort. When you make an effort, you will go towards perfection. Initially, you might, falter. That's okay. At least you have made an effort. Your intentions matter. Remember that. Your intentions matter. When you have the right intentions, then the right actions follows. When you have the right intentions, this is Gautam Buddha's eightfold path. When you have the right views, when you have the right intentions, then the right words comes out. Then the right actions comes out. Then the right livelihood, right concentration, right efforts. Okay. Everything right will happen. So it begins with the right intentions. This is what in Ashtavakra Gita also it is said. If you have abhimana towards mukti, you will get mukti. If you have abhimana towards bandha, you will be in bandha. Bandha means entanglement. Your intention matters. What is your intention? Is your intention enlightenment? Then you will be enlightened. If your intention is selfishness, attachment, entanglement, then by default you are going to attract it and you will be in that. Your intentions matters. In the law of karma, again, the intentions matters. If your intentions are pure, but something bad happens, then the karma doesn't come to you. Like for example, you are driving a car and accidentally a bird flies in or an animal, you are driving in the forest and the animal comes or the bird comes and gets hit and the bird or animal dies. You intentionally didn't kill, it came accidentally. So the karma doesn't come to you. Because your intentions are pure. When your intentions are pure, in the karmic account, it is nullified. So always your intentions matters. Okay. So now we'll go with the question answers. Okay. First question.
So you just now you explained mukti, bandha, mukti enlightenment, bandha entanglement. But why do we need to seek for enlightenment or mukti? So it's our karma, whatever done, we have to face the consequence. So why not we face it? And why enlightenment? I mean, I can understand when I do meditation, I'm feeling very much awareness, mindfulness. So my way of action is different, all that. But because I am hearing from others like astro travel, all this, I mean, even from your sadhana, I mean, from your teaching, I have heard that we are finishing the karma and going to certain state after state, to maybe like Jesus or Buddha state. But why not we enjoy whatever happens? Why not we
to enjoy the life to the fullest?
Yeah,
you need spirituality.
So
you can be happy without meditating also. It is very simple.
Yeah, yes,
you can
that's
be
my
happy
question.
in life. You can be happy without meditating, but with meditation you can be happier. You can carry on in your life without reading books also. But when you read the right books, you can carry on with your life in a more happier way, in a more meaningful way, in a more contented way. Okay. So this spirituality is for hastening your progress, to celebrate your life, to live the life to the fullest, to be more happy. That's all. If you say that, no, I am happy with whatever I am, then you don't need anything. But if you want to live life to the fullest, if you want to live a better version of yourself, then you need this meditation and reading books and sajjana sangatyam. All these things are needed for you to be a better version of yourself. Like, for example, if you want to be uh, a great fitness trainer, so then you learn from other great trainers the techniques so that you can be the best of who you are. Without learning, also, you can do some training. But if you want to be the best, then you have to follow the other people who are best. So, in the spiritual field, a Buddha or a Jesus or Muhammad or Mahavir or all these great masters, they are the best in the field. So, what do they teach? They teach how to live happily. So, that is their faculty. How to live a happy life, how to live a fulfilled life. So we learn from them. But if you say that, no, 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 I'm fine with what I am, then it's okay. It's your choice. You don't need. You got the
Okay.
answer.
Okay, I got the answer.
All right. So
Okay,
after you
okay.
watch the sessions, then we'll take more questions. Okay.
Okay, sure, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so
All right. So next, Jai Lakshmi.
Good evening, sir.
Yes,
Jayanti
madam.
from Sharjah, sir. How are you?
Yes, madam. Great. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sir, my understanding is only when we take birth, part of a soul comes here. Is that right, sir?
Yeah.
But in that case, what about the rest? Will that soul be taking births in different ways like that? Or how will we go after enlightenment? How will we go merge with the rest of the part like that? I've got.
You're really interested to know this?
Yes, sir.
Then you should read a book, Thinking and Destiny.
Thinking and Destiny.
Thinking and Destiny by Harold W. Percival.
Oh,
So when you read this book, you will understand about the supreme intelligence, that is what we call it as God. So he mentions as supreme intelligence. And from the supreme intelligence is all that is. From the supreme intelligence, a small speck comes. Okay. So, and that is placed in the causal worlds. And again, for the better understanding, he is split into two: the thinker self, the knower self, and the doer self. All three are the same, but for the better understanding, there is three classification. The doer self comes to the earth and incarnates. And again, it becomes enlightened after many, many incarnations. It becomes enlightened and it merges back to the supreme intelligence. And then its own babies again comes as a speck of consciousness. There are so many things. Okay. If you are really interested, you read that book. And after reading the book, if you have doubts, you ask. Okay. But to have a simple understanding, you understand that we exist simultaneously in multiple dimensions. We are not only in this body, a portion of the soul is in this body. But for example, 100%, the soul is 100%. Maybe 15%, 20% is incarnated in this body. And 15%, 20% is incarnated in another part of the world in a different body simultaneously. Maybe another 15, 20% is incarnated in the other dimension. It all depends upon the evolution of the soul. Suppose if the soul is only a baby soul or young soul, it has taken only few incarnations, then it cannot take multiple incarnations because it's just a baby. It needs to consolidate its learning experiences, right? Like, a first standard student and a second standard student, there is no homework. It's more of a play school. And whatever is the learning, it's only in the classroom. But when the student is growing, then there is homework. And when the student is growing and going to the college, university level, then the teacher will not teach the student. The teacher will guide the student to do its own research. So when the soul is expanding and when you have a lot of good karmas in your account, then you are eligible to take multiple lifetimes in multiple dimensions simultaneously because you can handle it. Every gift comes with responsibility, So if you're able to handle certain gifts, then you will be given bigger projects. Okay. So it is a vast subject. But first, the self-realization is very important. You realize that you are not the body, you realize that you are not the mind, you realize that you are pure consciousness, and you live the life to the fullest. You live a happy life. That is the first step. The second steps will unfold to you. What will happen to that Purnatma, where the Atma will go, those things you will understand later on very naturally. First, you have to live a happy life. Without living a happy life, without living a complete life, what is the point of knowing other things and other dimensions and soul and higher self and Purnatma, that is all theoretical knowledge.
Mm.
That is okay for your curiosity, but that is not going to help you. But what is going to help you is, are you following your dharma? Are you doing the right things? That is practical spirituality. That is help. That is going to help you. Are you using the right words? Are you thinking rightly? Are you speaking rightly? Are you doing the right actions? Okay. Are you handling your emotions in the right way? Instead of reacting, you are responding to the situations. You are focused on learning. You are not complaining. There's no judgments. There's no comparisons. There is no complaints. And you take life as an opportunity and you celebrate life. This is the first step. And after this enlightenment, after this individual enlightenment, the stellar enlightenment naturally follows. Okay. Don't jump the ship. Life is very delicate. Don't try to put your steps 4-5 steps ahead, one step at a time. Then you can climb the ladder. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay. If you are really curious, you can read the book, but your
Because
focus should
depends
be on
now.
life.
Yeah.
So next, and
Okay, I have 3 questions from the Vietnam team. Can
okay,
you help us understand?
okay, one by one.
I put them in the chat box. Yeah.
Chat box. Okay. So question number 1: Are marriage and children influenced by karma? If at all don't marry and you, but then how would soul incarnate? Okay, the question is a little confusing, but the marriage and children influenced by karma? Yes, 100%. What kind of a person you have to get married to, and whether you should get married or not, whether you will have a partner or not, whether you will get married or not, and to whom you will get married, what kind of a person you will get married, and whether you will have children or not, and what kind of children will be born to you. Everything karmic. Just because you desire something, it's not going to happen. Okay. So it is purely karmic. It is like this, just because I desire, I want a big bungalow, am I going to get? Because I have a desire to get a bungalow. Just with the desire, I will not get a bungalow. I have to work hard for it. I have to earn the money, and I have to save it properly. I have to make sure that I'm not wasting the money. I have to continuously save it for many years. And then I have to find the right architect. I have to find the right builder, and I have to put constant efforts. Then with all my hard work, with all the proper planning, then naturally I will get my desires will be fulfilled. So just because you desire something, it's not going to happen. What you deserve, you will get it. Suppose if I want to buy a bungalow which is $1 million, but I have only $500,000, I cannot. I can buy only whatever is available in my bank account. How much ever money is available, accordingly, I can buy a house. It is the same. What kind of a partner you want, whether you want a partner or not, whether you will have a partner or not, and what kind of children you will have, everything is based on karma. Okay, so that's first question. So when I say everything is based on karma, that means what you are eligible, what you deserve, what kind of lessons you need to learn. Accordingly, you will get partners and children. If one soul becomes vegetarian, then how this soul pays for filling the karma? It's very simple. Okay, I think I've explained this concept before. There are 4 stages in the karma. In the karmic clearing process, there are 4 stages. The first stage is you have done an act against your knowledge. It becomes a karma for you. Against your knowledge, you have done, the intensity of the karma is more. Unknowingly, you have done something bad, still it is a karma, the intensity is less. So the first is you doing a bad act, a bad karma. The second is you regret. You have done a bad act, but then you regret, I shouldn't have done it. I did it in an emotion. I did it with lack of proper understanding. So I shouldn't have done it. So you regret your own actions. That is the second stage. So after regretting your own actions, you voluntarily want to compensate for it. That is the third stage. If you don't voluntarily compensate, then the fourth stage will come. If you voluntarily compensate, then okay, the karma is finished there. If you don't voluntarily compensate, then the fourth step is it will bounce back at you. This is what we call it as consequences, the karmic consequences. This is what we say you have to pay for it. You have to pay for it is the fourth stage. But voluntarily you regret it and you compensate. Like, you realize you learn the lesson and you say, okay, I have done a lot of bad things. I've killed so many animals. I've done a lot of bad things, but I've learned my lesson. I learned the lesson of non-killing. So I should love every being. No being should go through any suffering. I learned that lesson. I will not give any pain to any animal. I have learned it. But I have done a lot in my past. So what I'll do is I will make sure I will teach about vegetarian and meditation to every person who comes in my life. So in that way, it is a compensation for all the bad karmas I have done in my past. So when you voluntarily make that choice and when you voluntarily support people transform, then you are out of the karma because you have learned the lesson and you have paid for it voluntarily. So in the third step only your karma is finished. But if you have regretted the mistake, but you didn't make any effort to close the accounts, then the fourth step will come, which is a destiny. You have to pay the karmic consequences. You will be forced to take certain situations in life. In the soul planning stage, this is what is called prarabdha karma. Prarabdha karma means it is already begun. It is already started. Where when you go through that, you will learn certain things, because when somebody gives you pain, when somebody when you go through the same pain, then you will realize, oh, it's painful. So you learn that, oh, it is so painful, then I will not give this pain to others. So after experiencing the pain, you learn the lesson is the fourth, because it is forced upon you because of your own actions. It is forced upon by whom? It is forced upon by your own karma, your own actions. Okay. Your consequences are because of your own actions or own inactions. But when you voluntarily settle the accounts, then you are a free bird. Then you don't need to go through the fourth stage. See, these 4 stages in the karma. The first stage, that means you have committed a sin, committed something bad. The second is paschatap, that means you regret. The third is prayaschit, that means you yourself voluntarily want to settle the things by doing more good karmas, prayaschit. And the fourth is parihar. Parihar means closing the accounts. So these are the 4 stages. And in this, once the accounts are closed, then you are out of the karmic cycle, and also your accounts are closed. Thank you. So then we have Madhavi.
So it's a beautiful session on the karma also. I have 2 questions. One question is related to I already posted in the chat as well. When we have a group karma, like when we have a family karma, I am ready to realize it and remove the karma. But whereas the other person who's attached, or the group karma people, they are not realizing. How do I get out of this karma then? That's my first question.
Okay. I'll give you an example. See, karma is like a chain. You are entangled.
Yeah.
It's like a chain. Okay. A chain is like this. But one person decides to let go of the chain. So what happens? Will still the chain be there? Will still the link be there? One link is moved out. Still the chain will be there?
Mm-hmm.
No. So when you learn the lesson, you are helping yourself to be out of that karma. So you are no more entangled in that karmic process. But it is the free will of the other person. In your specific question, you were asking about family karma or group karma. So collectively, they have a lesson to learn. See, collectively, they have a karma. That means collectively, they have the same lesson. You have to understand, collectively, they have done certain karma. So they have to face certain consequences. So that means collectively, everyone should learn the consequences. So you have learned your lesson. That means you are out of the karmic entanglement, the chain. But the other person will continue his own entanglement. But you may not be there. But somebody else will come in their life to teach that lesson. Because you have learned and move forward. Somebody else will come in the next incarnation. Somebody else who is having the similar chain, who is having the same frequency, will come and learn and teach. So this is how the karmic entanglements are. So your focus should be on yourself. You cannot help another person. This is something you have to understand. You can help only yourself. You cannot help another person. You can inspire another person, but you cannot force the other person to learn that lesson, because everybody has a free will and everybody learns in their own way. Like Krishna cannot convince Duryodhana. For 5 villages, Krishna is a great enlightened master. He cannot convince Duryodhana. So nobody can help nobody. Nobody can convince nobody. You can be an inspiration. Once you're out of the karmic chain, you might become an inspiration. Like your family members might, or your group, whatever, they might feel like, oh, she's so happy all the time. I want to be happy like her. What should I do? That inspiration is possible, but you cannot give happiness to other person. Okay. I hope I answered your question.
Got it. Thank you so much, sir. It's very, very clear. Because I was thinking that I'm in the chain of these group karmas, because I've seen so many, all those dreams, and like I'm just killing all other people in the war and everything. So they are all kind of a group karmas. That's why I was thinking that, oh my God, I have to take so many lives again, I thought. But it's very, very clear. So there's another one. The people who have the slaughterhouses, because for their dharma or for the family, they wanted to have this slaughterhouse or maybe these meat houses and everything. Do they also get the karmic cycle, or do they also have the karma?
Yes, they do have uh, karma for them, but the intensity will be very less because they don't know that that is wrong, because they're doing it as a profession, they're doing it to feed their children, they're doing it as a survival, and they are not aware of this non-killing, or in other words, they are a baby soul or an infant soul or a young soul who is focused more on survival. They are not sensitive enough, because a person who is sensitive cannot run a slaughterhouse. So these people are not sensitive enough. These people are not evolved enough. So still, it is a bad karma for them, but the intensity is very less, very negligible. The intensity will be very negligible. But somebody who is aware of all those things, somebody who is evolved, somebody who is sensitive, somebody who knows what to do, what not to do, somebody who knows that you should not kill any animals, but knowing still you are doing it out of survival or for family reasons or for money reasons, then it is a very intense karma. You have to pay a huge price for it. Okay. When I say huge price, that means you have to face the consequences. That will be a huge, because you have to learn two lessons. The first lesson is not to do, and the second lesson is come what may, you cannot do. So that means you went against your own knowledge. So that becomes a sin for you. So when you went against your own knowledge, you have to learn a greater lesson that when you go against your own knowledge, what is the consequences? So you have to learn, number one. And number two, you have to learn never to go against your own consciousness. So that is a greater lesson to learn. So that's why the intensity becomes so high. Okay. All right. So thank you. I think we are finished with the questions.